Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Dan from Daniel Hegarty's Movie Reviews, and today I've got a slightly different video for you. Although it is movie related, it's not exactly a movie review. But I get asked a lot of times about these sort of statues, I like to call them, rather than action figures, because action figures sounds a bit childish, in the background all the time, and I thought it might be a good idea to talk you through several of the ones that I have and I love. So I'm going to start a new little series. I'm still going to do movie reviews, I'm still going to do animated sort of montages, but this is a little side project where I talk about my horror action figures. And we're starting today with the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge action figure. No looking. I'm going to change the camera view now, so see you in a mo. Okay, cool. So I've seen other people do it this way, and I think this is probably the best format to use. You can get it all on screen at a slight angle there. Anyway, this is one of my favorite Neca toys. It's made by Neca, which totally pride themselves on attention to detail. Now these aren't, I call it toys, but they're not really toys because you wouldn't want a kid to play with it. So yeah, so this is the box it comes in. It's got the sort of new, I say new, but this was made shortly after the release of the film, the movie cover of the Freddy's Revenge film, where you got Jesse there in the background looking at himself in the mirror, and he can see himself changing. Anybody that's watched the film would know what that reference is about. Let's turn it over. It's got Neca Toys written on there, which is, I have to say, they don't sponsor this at all, so you know this isn't for that, but they are one of the best out there. They freeze frame several pictures from the film and they paint their toys based on those frames, so they take real attention to detail, and you're going to see that in a minute. So it's got the school bus, the iconic school bus that Freddy was famous for in the second one, with a few snaps in there. And just to repeat, on the top, it's got warning, choking hazard for children and under the ages of 3 years, but to be honest, I don't let my 3-year-old touch this. Ready? Look at that. So everything about it, even the box that they've put the work into, is really good. You know, it's not poor quality. My Velcro fell off here, so I put a little bit of blue tack on there just to hold the lid shut, so it doesn't get pulled or bent when it's in when it's packed away. And there's Freddy, so it shows you his accessories. He comes with 2 extra heads, so there's 3 heads in there, which is pretty neat. He has his 2 dogs, so I think these are the soul dogs. So once he's killed Grady and a few other people, I think they're, in the end of the film, they're guarding him at the power plant or wherever it is he's staying, and when Jesse's girlfriend goes up and tries to get to him, these guys pop out and they've got their face all mangled up and stuff. Anyway, you'll see those in a minute. He's got his hat, and this is really cool because it's not just solid rubber, it is, or plastic, it is actually flexible, and it's got the exact shape of the Freddy Krueger hat, and he's got an extra hand. So over here he's got a claw. You see that with the reflection, it's pretty bad, but he's got a, let's move it all over so you can see it. He's got his glove on there, and this posture, this pose that he's in is the bit where he jumps out of the manhole at the party and he says, "You are all my children now." So that's the pose he's in, and you know that because this is that actual picture using the doll. Now what's really cool, you see this fire here? Oh yeah, the glove is his actual glove, and then down here he's got hands with the claws. And I can't remember, it's been a while since I've seen the film, even though I sort of watch them all the time. I haven't really paid much attention. I think there is a point where he has a hand of claws, but I think it's when he's killing Grady and he's sort of morphing from Jesse to Grady, or coming out of Jesse, that he has the nail, the blades come out of his fingers instead of having a full-on glove on. But then that goes as soon as he gets out. So maybe you guys can tell me about that, I don't know. But he's got a hand with knives on the fingers as opposed to an actual glove as well. You can change them up. But yeah, this pose is really, let me get a good picture of this. Cool, because can you see that fire in the background? Well, that's very special, that fire. It's not a picture. Let's show you why. So close it up. Here's a little tip: when you open Neca dolls, never open them from the top, because they always have this bit of tape over the top, and it always ruins the box when you try and peel it off. So you can cut it, but that's obviously not fun. So you want to keep these as pristine as possible, because if they do suddenly become rare or whatever, this one isn't, this one was, you know, there's thousands of these made, but if they ever do become rare, then you've got a pristine one. And you always open it from the bottom here. So let's open it up. Try not to bend the box too much, because I have pride of taking these things. Unfold it, unfold that, and then slide it out gently. Gently slide it out, and then get rid of the box. Right, so here he is in his plastic. He normally has bands around him, little twisty sandwich bag bands to hold him in place. But obviously I've had him out of the box already. Don't tell anyone. So here, you can just lift him off. It takes a lot more effort, obviously, when he's all bandaged. You've got the bands around him. But this is the Freddy doll. And the level of detail is just incredible. So I mean, the hat fits perfectly. You can even sort of lock it on. That's just, you can sort of, it just squashes on there. So it just fits perfectly. You can get it, tilt it back, which is how I put it on, obviously, when it's on my shelf. And the reason I have this head, although you've got the slightly sort of grinning face one. It's like, he's right there, look. See him? Turn it that way. Got like a slightly grinning face, then he's got a more sort of angry face, open mouth, and then this one, he's full on Freddy, like that. But the reason, it's not because of that, the reason I have this one is when you put the hat on and people come and, oh look, you got like little cute little action figures. Like, I really love that when they come and see where I do my videos. If you take the hat off, you can see his brain. Look at that. The detail of the brain there. His brain's totally exposed. That is proper gross, isn't it? Really, but awesome at the same time. So I don't let my kids play with these, because obviously there'd be many questions. So his head comes off and you can switch it, but it turns around. Oh, there goes his hat. His hands move, his arms move on both sides. His waist moves a little bit, and his legs move with the bendy knee, and the foot can turn as well. So they do stand up on their own, although if he's obviously bent back like that, he's not going to stand up. You just have to balance it, and they will stay there as long as there's no earthquakes or whatever. Like that. Oh, he's in a bit of a pose. And when I'm talking about detail, guys, I mean everything on here, right down to the shoes. Can you see the little ringlets on the shoes for him to get his laces through? And then there's little tiny laces, but they're not real, they're just solid plastic. And then even this, like his top, it isn't solid, it's got a rubber consistency to it, and you can bend it. And if you peek up his top, it's gonna be hard to focus in that light, but there is actually scar tissue. His chest is all scarred, and I was hoping that there'd be like a little hidden chest of souls under there, but you can't see. I think it's just the scar plastic. So, but that's proper cool. So that's Freddy. That's Freddy, yeah. So let's put him to one side, and you've got his hat, which you put on, and you got his dogs, his hounds of hell or whatever they're called, with little faces like lepers on them. They're pretty rough, pretty horrible looking, but amazing at the same time. I've got two of those. I don't know if they're just a generic, or if one of these is supposed to be Grady, because like his chest of souls. When he kills you, your face appears in the chest of souls. And in the fourth film, the faces appeared on the pizza, and I think they were actually certain people. This one's got really horrible teeth, man. It's disgusting. And little yellow boils on its head. That one's got loads of boils on it. But you just sit those next to it. His hand's fallen down. There's the little extra hand piece. But this is the real cool thing here. I'm going to throw all this aside off screen, because this is what I was particularly impressed about. Now I was thinking, I didn't even know, I just seen a picture, I didn't know it came with a plastic back when it was ordered. This is the fire. They've made like a piece of fire. It's plastic, it's a little bit, it's got a texture to it, but it's solid. And what you do with this is it's magnetized. So it's got a little, I don't know if you can see in there, it's got a little round dot. That's a magnet, and there's a magnet in him as well, and it connects to his back like that. So when he's on the shelf, you can have the fire behind him like that, and he's like, you are all my children now, you know. So that's really cool. I was well impressed with that. I thought, yeah, I can have the proper fire on him on the stand up. Oh, his fire's fallen off. But yeah, put that on there like that. It makes him a bit heavier towards the back, so you've got to lean him forward a little bit. Put his little hat on. And we have Freddy. Sometimes I don't have the hat out because also we have students and they like to play with things, and if they sort of start touching stuff like my Pinhead Living Dead's doll, they particularly like that one because he holds a little lament configuration box. Hope you guys know what that is, and it goes missing all the time. I have to go around on my hands and knees to try and find it, but I keep all the little pieces, anything that's not attached, so the fire doesn't stay on him when the students are around and the kids are able to get at it, and the hat goes in the box. But that is it. I hope you like. There's a detail to his face though. I mean, it is Robert Englund under there still. You know, they've got the exact shape. He's got a tongue showing. It's just brilliant. And these aren't toys. These are little statues. I don't, obviously if people call them toys, I don't care. But if I'm in a fun crowd, I'll point out that they are not toys. They are little snapshots of the moments in film. And I'm not serious about these. When I was a kid, I never was big into toys. I was a video games kid and movie kid. So I'm not precious about these things. You know, I wasn't into Star Wars or anything. But I don't like ones that are just rubbish, you know, cheap. I love the ones that have got massive detail. And the Neca toys are second to none, really, when it comes to that. They're brilliant. So I'll put down in the description where you can get hold of these. I'll try and find the cheapest place, but it'll probably be Amazon. And you guys can get one for yourself. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little insight to my Neca toy collection. If it's a hit, it probably won't be, but even if it gets 2 views, I'll do another one. And maybe I'll do Pinhead. I've got Jason Voorhees. I've got Ash from Evil Dead. I've got loads, so I might do some other ones, follow it up with another one. But if you did like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and wait for the next ones. I'll put in the description where you can buy the Neca toys, and I'll link obviously to the Freddy one, but there is hundreds, so you can get one for whatever film you're really into, mainly horror. But take care.